What's up, folks? It's Dan here from BeAGameCharacter.com, back again for another Q&A Tuesday. Second consecutive one since coming back. That means we are on a roll. And we're going to jump right in with Storyman09, who says, Dan, you're back. I'm so excited. I literally did a double take when I saw this pop up in my subscription tab. My eyes bulged out a bit, and I started laughing. Wow, that's an awesome response. I'm pretty sure I made a couple siblings of mine think I was crazy. Who cares? It was a long and dark month there. Oh, gosh. Seriously, I feel you with the burnout and need to take a break. I'm dealing with that myself lately, so I'm glad you're feeling better after taking some time to recuperate and get on top of things. It might be kind of a boring answer, but I really want to see the Q&As come back again the most, and you're already doing that. Awesome. After that, probably going superhuman or wherever you might be on that soon. It's coming back soon. Since I asked about that a bunch, and perhaps fight like videos, not sure what's rattling around in your head for the future, but I'll be here looking forward to it. My question to you this week is, how do you start or do something when you absolutely can't find any dregs of willpower, motivation, or inclination left to do it? Between recurring exhaustion from poor sleep habits I don't quite know how to fix, and overall burnout, I'm finding it difficult to push myself to do anything significant. Been scraping by on the bare minimums of schoolwork, mental emotional health, and my fitness and martial arts routine for way too long. I hope you have a great week, kick ass, and be awesome. All right, so there's different ways of approaching this issue. First off, it sounds like you're doing a lot um, between school and everything like that. Definitely nailing down sleep should help, but there's there's really two potential issues here. One is that you're just doing too much and you're run down, which is entirely possible. Um, and that's a definite thing. Even if you're not doing too much, but you're doing just a little more than you should, and you're doing it for too long, that can drag you down. So the first thing that I would recommend to see if it helps might be just figure out some way to take a break for at least a couple of days from like everything. Just relax, do whatever you want to do. Don't do anything you don't want to do if you can avoid it, and just chill for a couple of days and see where you end up after that. Um, the other is that it's potentially possible that the stuff that you are trying to do is not the stuff you really want to do. Which, granted, part of life is doing stuff that we don't want to do quite a bit, and that's fine. But if you're not doing anything that you want to do, or if your major goals do not line up with what you want, then you're working towards an end goal that you don't really believe in or desire, and it's just something that maybe somebody else wants for you, or just what people do or something like that. So little self-reflection might help you as well. I mean, you mentioned schoolwork and mental emotional health. I don't know if you're still in high school or not, in which case you don't have much choice on the schoolwork thing. um, but maybe take a look at the path you're laying out for yourself and decide if you're the one laying it out or if somebody else is laying it out for you. Society, parents, friends, expectations, some past version of yourself that you're trying to live up to or whatever, and kind of go from there. Because it's entirely possible that part of the reason why you're feeling so run down is just because, emotionally speaking, you're not really invested in any of the things that you're doing, which can be a big problem. So that would be what I would say. First, just take a break for a little while if you can, and if that's not possible, then at least try and cut a few things out, like lower your workload in life, find a little more leisure time, and not just sitting around playing video games or watching TV all day, but actually like do fun stuff like activities. And then, barring that, self reflection, figure out where you're at and if you're actually working towards what you want in life versus what somebody else wants for you. So thanks for commenting. You continue to kick ass as well, because you do, just by showing up here every time and talking, and I love that. And you two are very awesome. So have a fantastic week, Storyman. I look forward to your next question. Next up is Your Name, who says, Hey Dan, glad to see you back. I have a suggestion for a new series that you could do on this channel based off the question you answered about stronger punches last week, Fight Physics, where you could break down the physics of individual strikes and how weight gets distributed in your body. I think it'd be pretty cool, and I definitely watch it. That'd be cool. I like that idea. I'm not sure how much of a physics approach I would take, because I don't feel like I have the actual uh, education in physics to do such a thing, but maybe body mechanics or just efficiency of body motion would be cool. Um, Yeah, like just breaking down like one technique or one strike or one something, and people can suggest stuff if they want. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll learn it or whatever. I think that'd be cool. Um, I like that idea. That's a really cool idea. Partially because I can film it on my own. The challenge with the fight like videos is that I can't film them on my own. I need somebody to help out with, which, it's not so much that I don't have people that want to help, but it's just scheduling such a thing is difficult because my time schedule does not often match up with other people's time schedules and availabilities. So that'd be cool. My question for you is what helps break you out of a lifting funk? I mean, this goes back to the previous question of wants and desires and stuff like that. Couple of things. First off, is maintaining a habit. Now, this is funny because I haven't really lifted much in the past week and a half. Done traveling and work and was sick and stuff like that. So, as far as it's funny because not lifting is my funk. Like, if I don't exercise for a while, like I haven't done serious exercise for like a week and a half, that's when I know I'm in a funk. Like I feel like I you have to shift it so that exercising, lifting, running, whatever exercise you do is your norm, and that like being out of it is weird, you know. Um, so that's the first thing is that basically I established lifting as my baseline. Like a day that I don't lift is it's not because I don't want to lift, it's because something else kept me away from it for whatever reason. Like the idea is that my base desire is to be exercising as often as I possibly can in, regards to recovery and stuff like that and time and availability. Like right now this video is taking priority over squats, which I should be doing right now because I have to go to the grocery store after this and get food, and then when I come back I probably won't have time to do squats before work. Like that's a problem. And that upsets me, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Just because I have very small windows of time in the days that I work. So that's just what I do, and I'll work out at work tonight. I'll do something else or something like that. But so that's the general thing is that first of all, make the baseline be lifting. Like okay, my normal mode is exercise every day. A day that I don't exercise is the weird day. The other thing is again to examine your motivations. Why are you lifting? I mean, in all honesty, like, are you lifting because you want to look really awesome and have better chance with the person of your personal desires? Like, don't lie to yourself if that's the case. Be like, yo, I want to be hot. That's why I'm exercising. Like, everything else is great. Being healthy is great, but I want to be hot. Or are you lifting because you want to compete in something or improve your performance in a sport of some sort? Figure out your primary motivator and just double down on that. Think about it all the time. Eat, sleep, and breathe that thing. When you don't want to lift, envision yourself failing at the thing that you want to do because you didn't lift that day. Or if it's better to have a positive association because that works better for somebody, see yourself succeeding as long as you lift that day. So you got to figure out what works for you. But that's the other thing is directly and very closely link your primary motivator with your exercise desires. And finally, listen to some kick-ass music. That always helps me out. Thanks, Dan. Have a good week. You have a good week as well. Your name, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. I love how it kind of chained right off of Storyman's right before that, so that's solid. I look forward to your question next week. Thanks for stopping by. Next up, we have the Overlords who says, hey, I'm new to the channel. What's up, Overlords? I like the Legend of Zelda workout video for Sheik. It would be awesome to see a Ganondorf from Hyrule Warriors workout. Now, I linked this. I added a comment, but I did cover Ganondorf over on the blog. I just have not done a video version of it yet. So if you're interested in such a thing, and I don't know if Overlords saw this or not, I hope he does, or she does. I hope Overlords the person does, but go ahead and check that out. I linked it to the comment. And hopefully it helps you out. Next up, we have Mr. Wire who says, hey, Dan, do you know when or if you'll do a Beowulf breakdown / workout? I might. That's as far as I'm going with that. There are so many characters out there. I'm not giving anybody a solid yes or no on any characters nowadays. Like, if you ask me, like, are you going to do this character? I'm like, maybe. Because, first off, I have to be fired up about a character nowadays to do it. I've covered so many that if I'm not into it, like it's a character that I don't care about, that I'm not really into or whatever, it's very hard for me to find the motivation. Again, going back to motivation. Look at this, we're chaining off of all these today. I like it. It's very hard for me to find the motivation if I'm not personally attached to a character. So that's the deal, is that if I am not really fired up about them myself, I'm probably not going to do them. Just the way it is. I'm sorry. So I'm not particularly fired up about Beowulf right now. I might go back and read Beowulf again, and maybe I'll be more fired up about it then, or maybe some video game will do a really cool take on him or whatever, you know. So I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but the odds of it happening right now are probably not great. It's a maybe for the future, not for the near future. Um, but yeah, you know, it's a possibility. So thank you for asking, and next time you gotta go ahead and answer the question of the week. Next up, we have BenRex777 who says, "Hello, Dan. My favorite videos of yours are the workout videos, and it is not exactly the answer to this question, but I think it belongs also in here because of studying. I don't have much free time on my hands. If you make more than 3 videos per week, I would have a hard time watching it all. There are other channels as well." Um, all right, well, that's fine. I mean, I'm not making more than 3 a week right now, so I guess you're good for now. And if I do end up making more than 3 a week and you want to watch other stuff, that's totally cool. Watch the stuff you like. Before I ask my question, I have to tell you something on your Q&A of 27th December 2016. You asked me to draw every day. I did so. If you want to see my first sketchbook, follow this link. I made a video about it. So listen, guys, there is a link here in the comments. And you should go ahead and check it out because the sketchbook is pretty cool. It's not a very long video. It's about 12 minutes, and it's cool. So go check it out. Go look at Ben Rex's artwork because I think it's awesome. And I forgot to leave a comment, Ben Rex, because I was like, oh, I'll just answer this question. But I did watch the whole thing, and I like them a lot. I think it's cool that you are both drawing your own stuff and working on your own capabilities as well as imitating some other artist's work and offering your own interpretation of, because those are very good ways of improving your art skills. So that's awesome. I love it. Very cool, guys. Go and check out Ben Rex's comment here right down below. Go watch the video and just enjoy it. Now the question for you: how much time goes into 10 minutes of video content? It depends on what we're doing. Like right here, 10 minutes is 10 minutes. Like that's it. If I spend 10 minutes talking here, that's how much time I put into it. The higher the level of production quality, the more time that 10 minutes takes. Like on average, like over on the Unleash the Ultramind channel, which I'm hoping to start updating again soon, those videos run probably 10 minutes long, maybe less, and they usually take around 4 to 6 hours to make. Just because I write a script first, and then I read the script, and then I edit the audio, and then sometimes I do re-recordings if I don't like some stuff, and then I have to drop the audio, and then I have to find associated pictures to go with that, and then I have to edit all the pictures together, do all the, motion effects and stuff like that, make title cards, make shortcut cards, all this stuff like that. So, it really depends. And for like the fight like videos, the going superhuman videos, I would say for every 10 minutes of content there, it's probably, I would say maybe 20 minutes worth of work. Maybe a little more, depends again on how much I edit it and how much preparation I put into it. Like if I'm just flying by the seat of my pants like this, it's a lot faster. If I'm writing scripts and doing research beforehand, it takes some more time. If I'm doing multiple takes, obviously it takes more time. If I'm editing together a whole bunch of stuff, it takes more time. So it's really dependent. I would say anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour for every 10 minutes of video content, roughly, for the stuff on this channel. I have a question to this video. At 14:55, you told us if you put weights in your arm, it simulates stronger gravity. If you punch with such a weight in your arm, it strains your joints. But if you make a horizontal hit on that planet, the gravity should not influence joints while hitting. You're correct. The mass of the arm is the same on that other planet, but the gravitational acceleration is higher. The acceleration pulls you down, which makes your body heavy. However, accelerating mass on a horizontal axis is not influenced by the gravitation. Or am I wrong? You are absolutely correct. This is why weighing your arm and or training in heavier gravity would not increase your punching speed or power significantly in any way, shape, or form. It will increase, to an extent, your kicking strength because you would be raising your legs up off the ground and fighting gravity in that motion. But unless you're lying on your back and punching straight up in the air, you're not going to be increasing your punching strength just by training in higher gravity or making your arms heavier. And if you're going to do that, you might as well do a damn bench press, right? Basically the same motion, except you don't have to worry about creating a gravitron or some sort of crazy suit or whatever. So yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's why gravity training and weighted clothing training and all that stuff that you see is silly, especially for punching because it operates on a horizontal axis. Um, and if you throw weights on your legs and you kick like that, you're still doing the joint damage I was talking about before. You're much better if you want to build your leg strength to do squats and deadlifts and, tuck jumps, plyometric stuff, sprinting, things like that, because those are all better for your joints than kicking with weights on your ankles. So it's one of those things that drives me nuts about anime stuff. And I got suckered into it when I was younger because I didn't understand, science or biomechanics or whatever. But yeah, no, weighted clothing training for the most part is dumb. With the exception of weighted vest training to add resistance to body weight stuff. Um, or just to increase overall in muscular endurance. Now you have to remember that when you put weight on your chest, even if it's evenly distributed, you're still putting more strain on your lower joints. So there is still some potential for joint damage there. But at least in the case of weighted vests, there is some science backing up the fact that it's going to increase your overall endurance more. But still, your best way of building strength and speed is to do plyometrics and or weightlifting. Just the way it is, guys. Sorry. Have a nice week, says Benny. You have a nice week as well, Benny. I am so glad that I took a month off and all you awesome people are still hanging out here. So thank you so much for, giving me a little time, letting me kind of recollect myself, recover, some reword, get myself back together again. And just kind of take a break for a month and still be here when I got back. It was really awesome. I can't tell you how happy I was to see all these comments popping up and talking about, just the same old, and saying how happy you are to hear me back. I am as happy as you are that I am back making videos again. I am more happy that you're still here hanging out and chatting with me. So thank you so much for that. Next week's question. I didn't think about this in advance. What is next week's question going to be? Got it. Next week's question. Bucket list. Give me at least one thing you want to do before you kick the bucket. Give me one thing you want to do before you die. Something, anything, I don't care what it is, but just give me one thing you want to do before you die, and I will share something of mine. And as for last week's question, what I want to see more of on the channel, because I didn't answer this myself yet, what I want to see more of is just stuff. I want to have the time and energy and resources to make more stuff for you. And I am going to be working towards that in the very near future. So thank you for watching. And as always, remember, live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.